Reports suggest Ivanka Trump was using a private email address to conduct government business. One America's Alex Salvi explains how this differs from a similar story you may have heard about a former presidential candidate.
The Washington Post claims White House senior advisor Ivanka Trump may have violated federal records rules by using a personal email account. The reactions to the reports on Monday paint a stark contrast to those involving the discovery of Hillary Clinton's private server during the Benghazi hearings in 2012. When developments about the Clinton server continued leading up to the 2016 election, members of the mainstream media were discrediting the findings.
All of these stories combined are really much ado about nothing. And when you look at it, one of the things that I hope the Clinton campaign begins to do is start talking about the millions of children that the Clinton Foundation helps around the world.
However, 2 years later, facing a similar story about Ivanka, the very same members defending the Clinton server are not changing their tune.
She is a high-ranking, although his daughter, a high-ranking administration official who has a security clearance. And if we're going to have an FBI investigation for Hillary Clinton, we need to have an investigation for Ivanka Trump.
Despite efforts to portray Ivanka and Clinton as the same, there are very distinguishable differences that must be pointed out. The first element to look at is the information that was exchanged. Ivanka's emails never contained classified information, but rather information that had to do with personal and family scheduling. Meanwhile, in the case of then Secretary of State Clinton,
from the group of 30,000 emails returned to the State Department in 2014, 110 emails in 52 email chains have been determined by the owning agency to contain classified information at the time they were sent or received.
In other words, Clinton's emails not only contained classified information, but she knew they contained classified information, although she would later refute that knowledge.
There is no evidence that any classified information ended up in the wrong hands.
Okay, we're going to move on.
And yet, she didn't know the letter C on a document, right? She didn't even know what that letter meant.
The second element to look at is the way that information was handled. Ivanka's emails were handed over to the proper authorities before they were discovered, so they could be archived with other White House documents. Clinton's emails were deleted, 30,000 of them disappearing, with the servers and hard drives being bleached and broken with hammers.
That was after getting a subpoena. That wasn't before. That was after. She got it from the United States Congress.
It's also worth noting Clinton set up her own private server in her home and exclusively used a private email, while Ivanka merely used a private address. That's not to say a private address is not problematic. The rules are in place for a reason, but we're still a long way from comparing apples to apples. Alex Salvi, One America News.
Want to see more videos like this? Click on the link below and subscribe to One America News on YouTube, and call your cable provider and kindly demand that One America News is added to your lineup. Call and subscribe today.